Miranda. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Bayli. How are you?
Good. I'm doing wonderful. So how are you and your husband doing? I know the last time we talked, you guys just got married 6 months ago, and so now you guys have leaped into the first part of the year. How are you guys doing?
We're doing really good. We actually just got some exciting news about a month ago. We're expecting, and
You
so
are?
that's
Oh my
exciting. Yeah, we're a little nervous, but
gosh.
we're definitely excited. It was a lot sooner than we were expecting, but we're gonna just go for it. We just told the grandparents last weekend, and so everything's still kind of really new. We're about 2 months along, so that's just kind of where we're at, and so I just kind of wanted to come in and have a chat with you. My husband, he had to work today, otherwise
Okay.
he'd be here, but if we could just have a chat, the next time we come in I can bring him with me.
Perfect.
I just want to chat about some expenses that we're going to be seeing and how to handle taking care of the expenses, because I know it's expensive to have kids, and then maybe help with some budgeting for after the baby's born. It just kind of changes the whole financial plan that we've had in place the last couple of years, because, you know, we came to you before we were married, and we changed things after we were married, and so now it's time to change them again. So I just need some help.
Good. Well, good. It sounds to me like you guys are very excited to have a baby, but you're also still a little nervous. And so you're looking into like what budgeting may look like, and as the baby comes and everything. Is that correct? Is that what the situation looks like?
Yeah, and just the medical expenses too are what maybe are really scaring us the most. We're pretty good at budgeting, so we don't have to worry about that too much, but figuring out how to pay for the expenses, and so we don't have to do it all at once.
Well, good, good. Well, you came to the right person, because I actually have a similar story. I just had my first child last year. So, exciting news. I knew you knew that from our last couple of meetings before you and your husband got married, but that was such an exciting experience, and I'd love to tell you about that. So, my first thing that of my advice to you is to look into. I used the Women's Health Clinic here in town, and they had a lot of great references on finances and anything in that sort, and the ways to look at prepaying your medical expenses. And so, what's your doctor? Do you have a local doctor?
Yeah, my doctor's Dr. Blank. She does actually work at the women's clinic
Perfect.
here in town, and so that's kind of what I was thinking about doing. I just didn't really know how to go about doing it. We have the funding available now to prepay those
Good.
medical expenses each month, and so I just didn't know if that was the right option or what the best option was to do it. But it helps that you've gone through the same thing, because maybe you can offer some advice for me in that journey.
I would definitely say that taking a leap forward ahead of the game and prepaying your finances if you can, and knowing that you can, that would be a great idea for your guys' funding after. And so I would definitely look into that, and I know that the health clinic has a lot of great advice on that, and we can also talk about that more in detail as well. Is there anything else that would be of interest to you to find out when you and your husband come back?
Maybe when we come back a little later on, we can talk about, like, in our next meeting, some of the funding. We're wanting to fund the education for our children, at least partially, so talking about a plan for after the baby's born to start saving for their future education, because I feel like it's never too early because education is so expensive.
That is so true. I think that's a great idea. When your husband comes with you next time, we can talk about what it'll look like for your children, and the exciting step forward, and we'll talk about education funding, and we'll get in more detail about that.